Out there, in the cold, silent darkness beyond our solar system, something is stirring. A lone Voyager, a creation of human hands, has sent a message home. It is not the message we expected. Voyager 2, our steadfast messenger to the stars, has been traveling for nearly half a century. It has faithfully reported back on the wonders it has seen, painting a picture of our cosmic neighborhood. But now its voice has changed. It whispers of something new, something unsettling. A pattern has emerged from the endless static of interstellar space, a sequence so unusual it has sent ripples of concern through the scientific community. It is a message that forces us to look up at the night sky not just with wonder, but with a renewed sense of caution, for it may be a warning of what is to come. The journey of this message is almost as incredible as its content. It traveled for over 22 hours just to reach us, a faint whisper across 20 billion kilometers of nothingness. Think about that. Light itself, the fastest thing in the universe, takes that long to cross the gulf separating us from our distant probe. The signal that arrived at the Deep Space Network antennas was unimaginably weak, a mere fraction of a billionth of a watt. Yet, within that faint breath of data, our most brilliant minds have found something that defies simple explanation. To understand the weight of this new message, we must look back to where it all began. It was a different time. The year was 1977. A rare alignment of the outer planets was approaching a celestial coincidence that happens only once every 176 years. This alignment offered a unique opportunity. A spacecraft could use the gravity of one planet to slingshot itself toward the next, a cosmic game of leapfrog across the solar system. This was the genesis of the Voyager program, one of the most audacious and successful missions of exploration ever conceived by humankind. 2 probes were built to undertake this grand tour: Voyager 1, Voyager 2. Voyager 2 was launched first on August 20th, 1977, from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Its path was the more ambitious of the two. Attached to the side of the probe is another, more poetic part of its mission: the Golden Record. It is a message in a bottle, cast into the cosmic ocean. It was designed for any extraterrestrial civilization that might one day find our lonely probe. But until now, we never imagined the most important message Voyager 2 would send would be one intended not for aliens but for us. The story of Voyager 2's journey is a chronicle of breathtaking discovery. Each planetary encounter rewrote our textbooks and transformed our view of the solar system. The first stop was Jupiter in 1979. Voyager 2's cameras revealed violent, swirling storms on Jupiter, the Great Red Spot, a hurricane larger than 3 Earths. It discovered a faint, dusty ring system around Jupiter. It gave us our first close-up look at Jupiter's moons. We saw volcanic plumes on Io. We saw Europa's icy, cracked surface, hinting at a subsurface ocean and potential for life. 2 years later, in 1981, Voyager 2 arrived at Saturn. It flew behind Saturn's magnificent rings to study their structure. The rings were thousands of individual ringlets. Tiny shepherd moons weave those ringlets. In 1986, it became the first and only spacecraft to visit Uranus. Uranus is tilted on its side, essentially rolling along its orbit. Miranda looked like a jumbled mess. Enormous canyons and grooved terrains suggest a shattered, reassembled past. The final planetary encounter occurred in 1989 at Neptune. Neptune, once a faint blue dot, revealed a vibrant, dynamic world. It had a great dark spot, a massive storm. It recorded the fastest winds in the solar system, over 2,000 km/h. Triton showed geysers of nitrogen erupting from its frozen surface. After Neptune, the planetary mission ended, and Voyager's journey into interstellar space had truly begun. For 36 years since its Neptune encounter, Voyager 2 has been sailing silently outward. On November 5, 2018, it officially crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the sun's solar wind is turned back by the pressure of interstellar gas. It had entered the space between the stars. Its mission transformed from planetary science to interstellar astrophysics. Its instruments, though aging, kept measuring this new, unexplored region. The data trickled back to Earth, steady and invaluable. Until last week. The first sign something was wrong came from the Deep Space Network in Canberra. During a routine tracking session on August 26, 2025, operators noticed an anomaly. The telemetry stream, normally a steady flow of ones and zeros, began to fluctuate. It wasn't a loss of signal. The carrier wave was as strong as expected. But the data riding that wave was different. It seemed the probe was trying to say something new. A deep, urgent concern spread through the Voyager team. The first fear was malfunction. A cosmic ray might have hit a critical memory chip, corrupting software. A power fluctuation might have damaged a transmitter. Engineers worked around the clock. They sent commands to reset systems. They switched to backup components. They tried to coax the probe back into normal mode. Nothing worked. The anomalous signal persisted. Closer inspection showed it wasn't random noise. It wasn't the signature of a failing component. Buried in the telemetry was a repeating pattern, a faint, almost imperceptible modulation, undeniably structured. It was not part of Voyager 2's original programming, nor was it a known system error. The probe still sent regular science data, but it was now overlaid with a new, persistent, utterly mysterious signal. The conclusion was inescapable. Voyager 2 was observing something in interstellar space and communicating it in the only way it could. Space is filled with natural radio signals. What makes this new signal so deeply unsettling is its structure. Pulsars emit radio waves with the regularity of a celestial clock. Quasars generate a background hiss. Distant galaxies generate a background hiss. But these natural signals have well-understood characteristics. They're either perfectly regular, like a pulsar, or broadly random, like background static. The pattern from Voyager 2 is neither. It's complex, non-random, and it contains a level of structured information that scientists just can't attribute to any known natural phenomenon in interstellar space. It is, for lack of a better term, an unnatural pattern. The signal appears as a subtle fluctuation in the flux of high-energy cosmic rays that Voyager 2 is designed to measure. Normally, the rate at which these particles strike the probe's detector varies randomly. But the new data shows a distinct repeating sequence of peaks and troughs in the particle count. The sequence is long and intricate, repeating approximately every 72 hours. It's not a simple on-off pulse. It's a complex waveform, almost like a coded message written in the language of energetic particles. It's as if something out there is periodically blocking or channeling the cosmic rays that are flowing through the galaxy. Scientists at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory have run every simulation they can think of. Could a previously unknown feature of the interstellar magnetic field create such a pattern? The models say no. Could it be an effect of the spacecraft itself, maybe rotating in a way that periodically shields the detector? Engineering data shows the probe remains perfectly stable. Every natural and technical explanation has been explored, and one by one ruled out. The data stubbornly points to an external source. The implications are staggering. For something to modulate the flow of galactic cosmic rays on this scale, it would have to be enormous. We're not talking about a small object here. We're talking about something with a significant gravitational or magnetic influence. Something vast enough to cast a shadow in the cosmic ray flux that is detectable across millions of kilometers. And the fact that this shadow has a complex, repeating pattern suggests it's not a simple, static object like a rogue planet or a dust cloud. The pattern implies either complex internal dynamics or, more chillingly, a controlled artificial origin. Voyager 2 may have stumbled upon something that is not just big, but active. Voyager 2's journey has not been a peaceful one. From the very beginning, it navigated a minefield of cosmic hazards near Jupiter. It flew through radiation belts so intense they would have delivered a lethal dose to a human in minutes. As it traveled further out, it faced a different threat. Dust, micrometeoroids, even a particle as small as a grain of sand, at tens of thousands km per hour, can hit with the force of a hand grenade. Now, in interstellar space, Voyager 2 faces the full, unshielded force of the galaxy. Galactic cosmic rays, the high-energy particles tied to this strange new signal, are a major hazard. The universe we inhabit is a cosmic shooting gallery, and Earth occupies a very small and not entirely safe position within it. The Chicxulub impactor that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago was a stark reminder that our orbital path is not clear of debris. While we track the largest near-Earth asteroids, we know that there are hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of smaller objects that remain undetected. An impact from an object just a few hundred meters across could devastate a major metropolitan area. A larger impactor, a kilometer or more in size, could plunge the entire planet into a cosmic winter, as dust and soot block out the sun, leading to global crop failure and the collapse of civilization. Scientists are calling it a rogue swarm. It is dark, emitting no light of its own, which is why we have never seen it. It's cold, which is why it radiates no heat. Its only signature is the disturbance it creates in the galactic environment. Preliminary calculations project, the swarm will reach the Oort cloud within the next 80 to 100 years. As it plows through that reservoir of dormant comets, its gravity will disrupt their stable orbit, sending a shower of them hurtling into the inner solar system. It would be like activating a cosmic shooting gallery with our world as one of the primary targets. The message from Voyager 2, our little probe sent to explore other worlds, has taught us the most important lesson of all, the fragility of our own. It has held up a mirror to the cosmos, and in it we see our vulnerability and, perhaps, our future.